conducting himself like a knucklehead on a couple of occasions.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Welcome to the Chase Brewster Show. I am your host, Chase Brewster. Today, for episode 5, we have several special guests today. Something I said I would never do, and something that we were trying very hard to stay away from. We have a show today full of nothing but Sticks players. Today, we are joined by 2023 right-handed pitcher Ethan Sutton, who is committed to the University of Georgia. 2023 right-handed pitcher Carson Kimball, who's committed to Texas State. 2024 outfielder, right-handed pitcher Brex Caldwell, committed to Oklahoma State. 2023 outfielder, second baseman C.J. Richard, who is committed to Ohio State. 2025 right-handed pitcher Mark Brissey, who's committed to Arkansas. And 2023 infielder Sam Silas, who is committed to Jacksonville State. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Pretty good.
Great, Coach. Looking forward to this.
I appreciate you guys coming on tonight.
Anytime. Made my day being able to talk to you.
Well, you know I appreciate that. CJ, me and you are going to have to carry this show if I had to guess.
Oh, yeah, you know that. We knew that coming into it. But
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So, guys, with Jupiter coming up, we start playing tomorrow in Jupiter. I kind of wanted to go over the roster a little bit. We wanted to talk about some things. Kind of want to stay on board with the podcast. Can I ask you guys a couple questions? I'd like to pretend that all 5 and 6 years I've been watching all the shows, so you know there's a couple questions. So we'll go over those a little bit, and we'll talk about the roster. And this time tomorrow, hopefully we'll be getting after it and winning a few games, if that's okay with you guys. All right, I'll go ahead and start shooting to the roster. I'm going to go numerically. This year's our second year to go to Jupiter as the Sticks. It's our 7th or 8th year to go as a whole. We used to combine with the Raleigh Scout team with Coach Manning. Wishing those guys nothing but luck, especially in Jupiter. We play those guys tomorrow. We open with the San Diego Show, an exhibition game, and then we play the Raleigh's National Scout team in another exhibition game. So wishing those guys nothing but luck other than when we play them tomorrow. I know a lot of you guys have played with them in the past. CJ for sure. Kimball just played with them in New York. So wishing those guys a lot of luck. This is our 7th or 8th year total, but our second year going as the Sticks. This is our first year going as the Chicago White Sox scout team, which was a very huge honor. You guys are able to get just a ton of gear, and we'll be able to have scouts all lined up in the dugout to kind of get to know the kids personally. It's easy to see who's a good player on the field, and there's a lot of them, and we're thankful for that as the Sticks to have a lot of good players. But definitely excited for you guys to get to be around some of the White Sox staff and scouts, and then get to see what kind of kids you guys are. So we'll kind of start by going numerically in the roster for the 3-2 Sticks Baseball 18U Brewster Chicago White Sox scout team for this year's Jupiter team. Number 1 is Cameron Carter. Cam is a 2024 outfielder, left-handed hitting outfielder from Kansas, who's committed to the University of Arkansas. He's the number 1 player in the Kansas rankings for 24. He's also been up to 90 miles an hour on the mound as a left-handed pitcher. Very, very, very good player. Someone that we are excited to have in the outfield with us this year for Jupiter. Number 3, one of the team captains this year, and one of my favorite kids we've ever had in the Sticks, even though he's been hurt for the last what feels like 4 years, C.J. Richard. C.J., talk to the guys a little bit and the viewers about what Jupiter means to you and kind of being one of the captains this year for the Sticks.
It's really just going to be fun. It's like just going out there having fun and playing with my teammates. It's all about having fun. I feel like that's when we're going to play our best. And going to Jupiter is just a great platform to go perform out there. Just nothing hold against you and just go out there and play.
Hopefully CJ will set the tone. He'll be hitting leadoff tomorrow, starting the center field for us, and hopefully he'll do what he's done for the past 4 years in high school and his entire career. He's a table setter. He's someone that the kids love, the coaches love, the parents love, the moms love. somebody that everybody who's ever met him is a huge fan. So we're looking forward to seeing you in the leadoff spot tomorrow, CJ, and I know you'll do great things to set the table for us.
Yes, sir.
2025, Majin Sal. He'll be one of our rotation starters this weekend. He threw for us last year as a freshman. He's committed to Vandy. He threw really, really well last year against the Rollins National Scout team. We're excited to have him back in the rotation this year, and we know he'll do great things, even though he's a younger guy. Ty Ridley, number 6. Ty is committed to Crowder College, maybe the only JUCO committed kid on the roster, but he just absolutely dominated all summer. Ty's from Springdale Harbor. I think maybe one outing went 61 pitches in 6 innings, and the next week went 54 pitches and 5 innings. So he's immaculate, and he's been a guy that's been able to pitch multiple days in the tournament. So we're excited to have Ty with us as well. Number 7 will be our shortstop and second baseman, the guy that kind of led the team most of the summer. Was kind of our, one of our leaders. We had a lot of leaders this summer, but somebody who really, really did what he needed to do at the top of the lineup. He started out in the 9-hole. He worked his way to 5-hole. He worked his way to lead off and ended in the 3-hole. Started out second base and ended up being our starting shortstop. Sam Silas, who is committed to Jacksonville State. We will get Sam to talk about what he's looking forward to when he comes back on. I'm assuming Sam's having technical difficulties, and unfortunately for him, the show waits for no one. Number 8 is Lawson Ward. Lawson Ward's a very good catcher committed to Arkansas. He's was up to 93 in his bullpen. He said it last week. So he's a 2024 catcher that played for Coach Slayton this summer. So we're excited to have him with us. Number 9 is a kid named Peyton Watts. Peyton's committed to Troy. He had a huge summer. Left-handed hitter, hit a bunch of home runs. He played for Top Gun, who played against us and had a great coaching staff. And was just able to get to see him kind of live and what kind of player and work ethic he had, and somebody we're excited to pick up as a utility player. He's an infielder, outfielder, and just somebody that's a power hitting bat in a small frame that's also a good runner and a good athlete. Number 10 is Bryce Fountain. He's an infielder pitcher. He's the only 2026 on the roster. He is committed to Nebraska. He's the younger brother of Kel Fountain, who's playing with us. Bryce is a very, very good player and somebody we're excited to have. Number 11 is Cade Smith, outfielder, right-handed pitcher, committed to Arkansas. Cade had a huge summer, hitting the 2-hole, hitting the 3-hole, played left field for us. Was just an offensive threat and really good in the little bit he pitched on the mound. Cade just had an unbelievable summer, and we're really excited to have him back with us in the outfield this Jupiter. Number 13, MJ Sal. He'll be one of our shortstop, second baseman. He'll be, one of the 2 or 3 aces on the mound with Ethan. Not much I can say about MJ that hadn't been said. They've been talking about him since he was 10 up to 95. Hit home runs what feels like every game, and just kind of been the quiet leader. He goes about his business the right way. It takes him a long time to get there, but he goes about it the right way. And he showed results in every term, and we're excited to have MJ with us. It took a while, but now we're back to one of the 2024 aces. Played with Stick Slayton this past summer, had a great summer. Top 100 ranked player, left-handed hitter with power, committed to Oklahoma State, Brex, Caldwell. Brex, we are excited to have you playing up with the 18U group for this event. Kind of tell the listeners what you're looking forward to and kind of some of the things you're expecting in Jupiter this year.
Look forward to coming out there with y'all guys. I'm glad y'all are having me, and just hope I can come out there and perform on the big stage. Go show what the 24s can do.
So Brax was on the JRK podcast this week, and like a lot of you guys, he was very embarrassed and very nervous. He doesn't think he did a very good job, so he needs some media training on the fly. So Brax, I'm going to ask that question again, and I want you to say what you really feel, because I don't really care how the other 24s do. I care how you do. So, Brex, what are you expecting at Jupiter, and what are you excited for this year?
Excited to come out there and throw hard, get a 93, get a 94, and strike kids out. Go out, hit a couple bombs.
Yeah, that would be a very, as the head coach of this group, that'd be a very good day for me if you hit 93 and hit a couple of home runs. We're excited to have you with us. Coming over from another program, I've gotten a chance to know you and your dad and just your whole family. Y'all been a joy. you've performed well in big events your whole career, and you've kind of been a man-child since you were 10 like MJ, so we're excited to see what you can do on this big stage. Number 15 is Kel Fountain. Kel Fountain was committed to Florida State. He decommitted when the coaching change came. Kel is a top 30 player in the country, area code kid, has offers to everywhere. He is a big-time player. He'll hit in the 4-hole tomorrow for us. Very, very, very good player, and we're excited to have Kel with us for this weekend and hopefully many more. 16 is Wyatt Land. Wyatt is committed to the University of Georgia. Very good arm. He played with our friends over at Foundation Sports, which is now Clutch Baseball, this past summer. He threw against Sticks Hankins this summer. I got to see him the late point. He was up to 93. He is a very good arm and somebody we're excited to have with us. Number 17, the 2025 phenom himself, Mark Brissey. Mark is a 2025 from Batesville High School, committed to the University of Arkansas. Mark had a very, very big summer for Sticks 15U Reckworth. Was up to 93 recently. Mark, what are you expecting at Jupiter this year? And being the youngest guy on the team, is it a little bit nerve-wracking thinking about you have to play with all the older kids?
Yeah, man. I'm just excited to go out, show what I can do, first off, but second off, show what the Sticks can do, show what the guys from Arkansas. What I expect from the Sticks, I mean, nothing less than a tourney dub. I think we can win it.
It would definitely be a good day if we could. I'm just hoping to get back to the playoffs. You know, our pool came out. We were projected to win the pool. They had us in there with the Blue Jay scout team, which, you know, me and CJ, and I'm sure all you guys, they got some good players on there. We know a couple. Trey Phelps and those guys are really good players. They had us in there with the Midland Redskins, which has always been a great program. You know, Griffey and those guys played for them. You know, actually, Griffey went to Moeller High School, so the second best athlete to ever go to Moeller High School is CJ Richards. So a little bit of a podcast fact of the day. And then they had us in there with the Colorado Slammers, who also do a great job. So I'm hoping we can get out of pool and get in the playoffs. And I know that if we can get in the playoffs with this group, we'll have a chance to make a run. 18 is Charlie Carter. Charlie's a catcher, first baseman, kid at Oklahoma State. He's a very, very good player. Charlie has played with us the last 2 years. Him and Tripp back there have just been incredible. I know all the guys like throwing to those two, and excited to have Charlie back with us. 19 is Tanner Nolan. He is committed to Rutgers. He's a New Jersey left-hander, 86, 89. He's somebody that'll help us out in pool, and we're excited to have. Number 20 is Thomas Rule. Tommy just committed to SAU, New York right-hander that had another big summer with us. He's played with us the last 2 years, so we're excited to have Tommy with us again. Ty Wade will be starting at first base tomorrow, hitting in the 3-hole. Ty is a 2023 committed to Arkansas. You know, the last 2 summers, it's hard to have a better summer than Ty's had. Ty's played really well, and we're really excited about, you know, the weekend that hopefully Ty's going to have. If CJ will set it off at the top and MJ will do really well in the 2-hole, I know that Ty and Kale will be, you know, one of the best 3-4 punches in the entire tournament. 23 is Brendan Clark. Brendan's a 2024 from Texarkana, committed to Arkansas. He's an infielder, outfielder, left-handed hitter, somebody that we know will bring a spark plug, whether it's courtesy running, defensive sub late, just any way, infield, outfield, any way he can get on the field, I know he'll help us and make us better. 2025 is one of my favorite kids ever, and somebody I'm kind of sad to see kind of this coming to an end. He's the only player we've ever found on the Perfect Game bulletin board, just looking for a home as a freshman, trying to play in an event with somebody. Carson Kimball from the Woodlands High School, who's committed to Texas State. Carson, kind of tell everybody what you're excited for at Jupiter, what your expectations are.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, like, all those scouts, like, get on the mound with 30, 40 radar guns behind the home plate and just throw gas. I mean, expectation, we get in the pool, or we get in the bracket. I mean, we got pitching, like, more pitching than any team in the tournament. I think that we get in the bracket, we'll be able to outpitch and out-hit everybody. I think we can win that thing. Yeah, it'll be fun with all those. I mean, everybody's seen the pictures of the 50 golf carts lined up and perform best under pressure. So that's what I'm excited for.
Carson has been texting me more than any player on the Sticks every week, letting me know the home runs and doubles that he's been hitting in the high school league that they're playing in. So
Always, man. Drop nukes.
I know that you're ready to pinch hit off the bench if somebody gets, something.
We're down by 1 in the semifinals. You know where to look.
Yeah.
I got my Sticks batting gloves. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Dropping bombs.
I hope so. I hope we're still playing in the semifinals. 26 is Ethan Murray. Ethan is one of the most highly ranked players, maybe the highest ranked player on our roster. He's committed to Georgia Tech. He's a 2024 very good player. 27 is Ross Felder, right-handed pitcher, infielder, committed to the University of Arkansas. Ross is from Springdale Harbor. He's a Team USA kid and just a very, very good player and just good young man. 28, Jake Middleton. Jake also plays with Clutch Baseball. He's a left-hander from Alabama. He's one of the few uncommitted on the roster. He has several offers, and somebody I know that's looking forward to making a big presence at Jupiter with everybody watching. The same can be said for number 30, Mac Mayberry. Mac's from New Mexico, 6'4", left-handed pitchers, played with us in the past. Very, very good arm. Somebody that I know will give us a chance on the mound. 32 is Lance Davis. Lance had a huge summer for us as a 2024 playing up. Lance is committed to the University of Arkansas from Jonesboro High School. I know he's a friend of all you guys. He's a hometown friend with Mark. He's become a friend. Just kind of one of our unspoken leaders. He kind of goes about his business very quiet, but had a great summer, and we are excited for him to come out of the bullpen and pool play to give us a chance. 33 brings us to the man, the hardest working kid we've ever had to recruit for the Sticks probably. It's somebody I'm forever thankful that came to play for us. He was one of our, if not our ace this summer, one of our aces for sure, and one of the captains going into Jupiter. He is somebody I'll forever be indebted for to come to play with us. He made me a better coach and a better person. 33 from Alatoona High School is Ethan Sutton, who will get the ball in one of our biggest pool play games and will be one of our aces at Jupiter. Ethan, you just committed to the University of Georgia, so congratulations for that. You've had more offers than any kid I've ever seen, so I'm glad that you finally picked somewhere, so all the phone calls will stop coming. So congratulations on that. As you start, as you put your college commitment behind us and you start looking, as the possibility of getting drafted, I mean, we all know it's there. Tell us how important Jupiter is for you and what exactly is you're looking forward to this week as you get on the mound.
Yeah, really for me, going to Jupiter, just trying to showcase what I have. In the summer I showcased a lot, but from our last tournament to Jupiter, I've been working on a lot of things. So really just go out there, let the fastball eat, try to hit a number, and let the scouts see what I have.
Ethan is one of the top-rated third basemen in the country and is one of the most naturally gifted outfielders that I've ever seen. I think just by getting out there and getting after it. I don't know that he plays a lot there in high school or whatever, but he will bring a huge presence to us in a lot of different ways. But I know with him and MJ as a 1-2 punch on the mound, we'll have a chance to be successful. So I just want to ask you, do you feel any more pressure knowing that you're going to get one of the best teams in the country in the biggest pool that there is? And I know you'll be ready to go, but just kind of speak about how you prepare, kind of looking forward to facing nothing but great hitters.
For me, it's nothing different. I'm going to prepare the same way I prepared the whole entire summer, the whole entire high school season. Just prepare the way I always do and go out there with my best stuff. I know what my best pitches are, and I'm going to throw those best pitches. And if they hit it, they hit it. And if I strike them out, I strike them out.
Well, we're definitely looking forward for you getting on the mound. I know as a coach, as a head coach of what I consider a good program, we'll have a chance to win with you on the mound. That's all I can ask for. 34 is our other captain. He's been with the Sticks longer than anybody. Tripp Landers from IMG, who's committed to TCU. Tripp's one of our two catchers. Super excited to have Tripp back. He came last year, him and Charlie both. So to have two catchers that are veterans that have already played in this event is something as a head coach that, you really just can't put into words that they won't get overwhelmed and, that they know what they need to go out there and do. 36 is Aiden Dugan. Aiden's a right-handed pitcher from Chicago that played on Sticks Halter last summer, a committed player. I believe in 25 innings last year at PG, he had 29 Ks and 4 walks. So he's somebody we know we can bring out of the pen, get a double play ball, get a big strikeout, and we don't have to worry about them walking guys. unfortunately, the Sticks have known to walk a guy or two out of the pen. So having Aiden with us is somebody that we know we can depend on. 37 is our other 2025, Russ Martin. Russ is a small-town kid from Rosebud. He's committed to University of Arkansas. Him and Mark Brissey will be the two young guys, the two young 25 Razorback commits that'll kind of be seeing it for the first time, kind of throwing on Wednesday and be ready for the playoffs. I know that they'll do good. He's been up to 92 recently, I believe. And then rounding out the roster is 44 Trey Otten, who's committed to Ole Miss, right-handed pitcher who we use in pool play. Treg's been with us since he was an 8th and 9th grader. He's a fantastic kid. He's got some pitchability, and he always gives us a chance to win. So we're excited for our roster. It's a great team. It's just something that we know that we'll have a chance to win no matter who we play. Going 29 or 27-4 this summer, 29-4, something like that. We had a chance to win every time we went out, and we know with the pieces we picked up that we have an even better chance. We have a healthy CJ. And we just have some guys that we can't wait to see together. So I got to ask, CJ, when you hear about that roster and you look at it, tell me, did I do a good job or what?
Oh, you did a great job. It's also more relieving as a player, knowing that it's not all on you or all on just a certain amount of people, that the whole roster can do good for themselves and impact the game.
So CJ, I want to ask you this question. I know you like to be on the camera. I know that you're a guy that just naturally life's fun and life's amazing. With all the pressure there is at Jupiter and all the scouts and all the golf carts and all the cameras, and we're going to have Black Cobra in the dugout for all the games and Texarkana game day. How much more pressure is for you when everybody's watching, every pitch and every bat means so much?
It's actually not. I feel like last year it was a little pressure just seeing all the scouts in that one area, because Jupiter's it's just so many more scouts than just any normal tournament. But I actually like the attention, knowing that eyes on me, and that if I do good, it's just only benefiting me. So I kind of like living up to the hype, or just rising to the occasion type, I say.
Well, we're excited to have you in the leadoff spot tomorrow. The one advice I'll give you, and I will be sure to tell you this again, I don't change anything. You've been a great, great player. You can throw all the rankings out the window. I promise there's not 10 outfielders in the country better. And you just go out tomorrow and you play like you have your whole career. And I know you'll have a great tournament. And these rankings all change 100 more times. But if you play like you have the last summer and last couple summers, it'll be a huge event for you. And it'll be if it's huge for you, the way you go, we'll go. It'll be huge for us. So I'm looking forward to seeing you out there tomorrow.
Me too.
Yeah, I know you're looking forward to watching yourself. All right. Ethan, I want to go over this coaching staff. If you want to help me, obviously, I get to do the joy of being the head coach of this group, and it's an honor that I take with tremendous, accountability and respect, and just joy, man, of getting to kind of lead you guys and hopefully become better players and maybe better men. But we got a great staff. A lot of these guys, personally, kind of want to talk a little bit about our first two coaches. Coach Steve Landers, who means the world to me. He's been just an awesome mentor. And Coach Tyler Sawyer, the best young coach I've ever been around. The best, hardest working young guy I've ever seen. So talk a little bit about Coach Landers and Coach Sawyer, what they meant to you kind of this summer. And if you were walking up to our dugout, never see us play before, kind of what you would think if you saw those two guys in action.
Well, first off, those two guys are going to give you every opportunity to go out there and compete. Coach Landers, he's going to hook you up with everything in the game, after the game, whatever it is. He's going to make sure you're good to go. And Coach Sawyer, he's keeping charge on everything. So as a hitter, you're going up there, you pretty much know what's coming. Coach Sawyer is going to give you everything he's got, and those guys they like to compete just as much as the players, and they're going to help us as much as anybody else can. So those guys they'll be a big impact on helping us win some ball games.
And you played for a big group, and I'll ask CJ this too, and even Brex, y'all played for some big programs. Tell me what it's like to have such a deep coaching staff and a coaching staff that I feel like everybody adds value. Tell me what it's like to have those guys where you know that you can lean on them as a mentor for pitching, for hitting, just for any kind of advice to help you be successful. I'll let you go first, Ethan. But just talk about kind of what those guys did for you this summer. Not only those guys, but Coach Dirk and kind of some other guys, and just kind of what it means to you as a player to know you have all these options at your disposal.
It's huge. I mean, having those guys help you in every single way. Like Coach Caesar, he's going to be out there and he's going to get you warm. Like he's going to have you ready to go from first pitch on. Coach Dirk, you got anything going on with pitching? Hey, I got a little feel for this or feel for that I'm trying to get. He's the man. He's going to help you. And those guys, just like being around them, it just takes so much pressure of you because those guys really care and they're wanting to compete just as bad as you. So they're going to help you in any way they can for you to be at your best.
For sure. What about you, CJ? What do you think? You played on some big programs. What do you think the importance of having such a deep staff that really cares for you and wants to see you do well as a person?
Just like Ethan said, really, mainly it's just about, like, having fun. Like, it takes so much pressure off you knowing that, like, it's just so much knowledge. Like, whenever you're going through, like, say, a slump or, like, not hitting so good, it's just so much knowledge that they can give you. You can go ask any coach on the staff, like, what's wrong, and they can give you immediate feedback from what they saw or what they think you're doing wrong. Just ideas, not making you do anything. But, yeah, and it's all about really just having fun from the staff. They know, like, the game's hard, people going to fail and everything, but they let you fail, don't really get down on you, but let you know and everything that is okay, and then just have fun, take so much stress off you and everything. That's what I think the major things are. And it's professionally ran, very more like that, a professional atmosphere.
Brex, what about you? You played for a dad who gets after you a little bit and is a winner. You played for, another couple of nationally ranked programs. Tell me the difference a little bit as I let you introduce Coach Slayton, who will be with us at Jupiter. Coach Slayton and Coach Stewart both will be with us, and they got to coach you this summer. Coach Slayton's won 5 state championships. He was a National High School Coach of the Year. He was an All-American in college. He was at Nashville High School forever, and Tommy Stewart's the head coach in Mount Pleasant High School. They were actually college roommates. So talk about Coach Stewart and Coach Slayton for a little bit as we round out this coaching staff.
It's just good to know your coaches, know you can trust them and have them there for your back anytime you go out and do bad, and know when you come in they can tell you what you do wrong. Just like CJ and Ethan were saying, you can always have trust in them. They're out there to have fun and go win some games.
How often does a coach tell you did something bad?
Just depends how bad I do. Not very often, but
that's good.
If it gets bad enough, Slayton will be right there on you.
Yeah, if it gets bad enough in Jupiter, you'll be doing that chart with Coach Slayton, with Coach Sawyer.
Well, I hope it don't get that bad.
All right, Carson, let's round this thing out. Let's talk about Coach Abreu. Ethan kind of jumped around and got a little bit ahead of me, but let's kind of talk about Coach Abreu. He was an All-American in college. He coached in college. He's the hardest just working guy. I always say Tyler's the hardest working assistant I've ever been around. Caesar might be the hardest working human being. Like, it don't have to involve baseball at all for him to just want to go full speed. Talk about what he brings to the table and kind of what he did for you, the last couple of years, and kind of what somebody could expect from him.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Abreu, I remember the tournament at Lake Point that we had a bunch of people leaving and it was hot and it was miserable. I mean, he was still high energy, even though we were all dead. He was carrying the energy. He always helps us. I mean, obviously he gets us warm, but he keeps us focused, ready to play every game, whether it was the rain delay after Fort Myers or if it was 150 degrees at Lake Point when we won that tournament this summer. He's a great guy. His post-game speeches are a little long, but we do love Coach Abreu when it comes to everything about him. He's just a great guy, especially coming from where he's came from and what he's built for him and his family. It's great.
So when you say his post-game speeches are long, who gave the best post-game speeches this summer?
I'm definitely going to have to go with Coach Landers. They really consisted of good job guys, and then that was it. Everybody else we kind of just were Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Coach Landers was just sweet, right to the point. And yeah, if I'm gonna have to get say one, definitely Coach Landers.
Well, if you see this, Coach, we love you and we appreciate you. So, rounding out the coaching staff is going to be Coach Glenn Welch. Coach was my high school coach. He won a state championship at Texas High. We're very excited to have him with us. It means a lot to me and a lot to Texarkana. So, you guys haven't got to meet him yet, but you will tomorrow, and we're looking forward to him. Mark, real quick, I want to let you talk about how much 3-2 means to us. They've cooked you guys up with some unbelievable gear this year. We got, the 3 sets of uniforms. We got the BP top. We got the 2 shirts, the shorts, the backpack, the 3/4 hoodie. I mean, you guys are just loaded. You got the 3-2 top on right now, just like Brex and CJ. Actually, everybody has on 3-2. But Mark, if you want to talk a little bit about what those guys have done for us in the summer and kind of the care package you guys got and how much we appreciate them.
Yeah, the guys at 3-2, I mean, they're awesome. I mean, not only do they totally drip us out, but they're so comfortable, so many options, so many colors, color combinations. Yeah, I mean, I'd put them against any of the big, huge name brands like Nike or Adidas or any of those. I'm honestly probably taking 3-2 at a looks and comfort standpoint. It's probably one of my favorites.
Well, good. We appreciate everything that Derek and Sean and all those guys do for us, and we're looking forward to rocking the new gear. So we'll kind of finish this thing up, but before we get to the end, CJ and Ethan, I want to ask you guys, as being 2 of the 3 team captains for this year at Jupiter, do you feel any extra pressure for that? And as me naming you 2 along with Tripp as the captains, do you feel any extra pressure to keep things going whenever things are getting off track a little bit, as we know they always do?
Ethan, you can go first.
No, for me, I mean, as long as everybody plays hard, and you just got to keep up the energy. And being around a lot of these guys, it's easy to be a leader because everybody follows what they're supposed to be doing. So being named a captain is easy because, I mean, all of our guys do the right things, and it's easy to be a captain when everybody is just going after it. So.
All right, now it's my turn. Yeah, just like Ethan says, it's real easy because the whole roster is full of good players. So just being the captain of great players and everything, just the whole team shapes itself up, really. And then just playing one, as long as everybody just goes off of each other and then the momentum carries, everybody does their best, should have a great chance of winning it all. So.
Well, we definitely hope so. Like I said, I'd like to think that you guys watch my show, but I don't know if you do. So we end every
episode.
What we call, and I appreciate that, CJ. That means a lot. We end every episode what we call 5 moments of truth. So basically, there are 5 questions that I feel like are very important. So since we lost Sam, saying we love you dearly, we hate that you didn't make it through for whatever reason. It's one of those things where we're gonna keep these 5 questions and let each one of you guys answer one question. And I'm gonna kind of do this on the fly and pick. So. Kimball, I want you to take moment number 1. What's the best advice you've ever received, and who gave it to you? Who gave it to you?
Best advice. Probably the best advice is just compete. Like every pitch, everything you do, whether it's baseball, school, work, just compete. Like I'd probably say my dad gave me that advice. Just everything that he's gone through, just competing. No matter what it is, you always want to be the best at what you do, and if you're not gonna be the best, then just don't do it. Just be the best at everything you do.
Well, your dad's a very, very successful man, and we appreciate your dad and your entire family for all they've done for the Sticks, and we hope that there's a box full of Bailey's cookies coming to Jupiter. That's what we're hoping.
There will be. I already got that lined up. They're ready.
How many?
They'll be there for sure. I mean, so there's 3 dozen that we make, and there's a couple batches. So I'm definitely gonna get you all right for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Brex, give me the biggest mentor you've had in your life, either personally or baseball, however you want to take it. But give me the biggest mentor you've had or what they've meant to you.
Uh, honestly, I've had a lot of successful people throughout my life, but honestly, I'd probably have to go with my dad, being the biggest mentor, always being there for me, you know, always wanting me to do the best and always having my back no matter what I went through.
Yeah, Dan's definitely the man. He's become a great friend of mine, somebody I really respect. He's a great coach, and we appreciate everything Dan and your family does for the Sticks as well. And just so we're both clear, every time you say I have no idea. I have no idea who your mentor is till you tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Give me, Ethan, give me the next up and coming young kid. It could be at Alatoona, it could be in Atlanta, it could be anywhere in the country. Give me the next up and coming baseball player that the country needs to be aware of, that's working really hard and is a very good player.
So I'm gonna have to stick to my school. We got a left-handed pitcher. He's a 2025. His name's Cooper Underwood. He's a guy. He's been up to 85 so far this fall, but he started working out with me a few months ago, and gets around a lot of the guys. He's been working really hard, and I think he's gonna explode here in a little bit for sure.
We need to get Cooper on the Sticks.
I agree.
Cooper, if you're watching this, you keep working hard. I have no idea who you are, but if Ethan says you're a good player, that's good enough for me. So, number 4, Mark Brissey. Give me some of your personal goals for the rest of this year for 2023.
Personal goals. Obviously results. Strike people out, get outs. Hopefully we can get up to 94, 95 by the end of the summer in 2023. That'd be pretty sweet as an upcoming junior. Work on a breaking pitch. They're better in my breaking pitch. Change up, probably one of my favorites. So if we can improve that one a little bit, I think we can get some more swings and misses. But yeah, just overall, probably getting results, getting outs.
Anytime somebody asks you what your personal goals are, you should already know them. You shouldn't have to think. And I just read Steve Harvey's book on my bookshelf and has a vision board, and I recommend to all you guys that are successful and anybody listening, it's very important to have a vision board. And I know Mark's young, but you should always have goals, and you should know your goals. And anybody like you guys should be attacking those goals and setting them. So I hope you can come up with some better goals. You're going to throw hard. Ethan will teach you his breaking ball at Jupiter, and those will be your two goals. Your two goals will be done out of nowhere, and then you'll have to make some new ones. So I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everything your family does for us in the Sticks. And CJ's got the Stanley Wood shirt on the sleeve. Stanley Wood and the Brissies, man, we love you guys. If you see this, and you guys mean a lot to us. So, all right, CJ, the last and final question. Moment of truth number 5. Me and you. You like to joke around, but I thought this question was very fitting for you. And I didn't really get to go over this during this show because it wasn't the place. But I started this whole podcast to be a part of change. I want to change. I want to inspire. I want to motivate. Man, I just want to give back. And I want to be a part of change. I want to change the world. I don't really know what that looks like, but I know that I want to help better people, man. And I want to know what that means to you. I want to know what change looks like to CJ Richard, what inspire looks like. And I want to know if you could just give anybody any advice on how to make this thing a better place. What would that advice be?
Especially for change, just any advice, I say, especially if you got enough and you see somebody else that doesn't have a lot or any at all, don't be afraid to, give any, just help out. It could be the just smallest little things, helping out could make somebody's day. Just saying hi, just greeting people and treating everybody with respect. I feel like respecting everybody causes a lot of change in the world.
Well, I appreciate that. We appreciate your family as well. Your dad's a great guy, somebody I consider a friend, and just somebody that we've leaned on him for some advice, and I know that he's instilled a lot of things in you because you wouldn't be the person you are at 17, 18 if he hadn't. So we appreciate your family as well.
Thank you.
Well, guys, man, I definitely appreciate you guys. I appreciate you coming on. It was very important to me to make this show about our roster preview for tomorrow. I love the Sticks. I kind of got no choice because it solidifies my life and I own it. But you guys are a huge part of that, from youngest to oldest, from newest to to guy that's been here forever. And we wouldn't be able to make this run this weekend without you guys. I think it's very important y'all know that. I think that y'all carry that weight, I hope, and I hope there's some pride that the Sticks, hopefully means something to you guys, man. But I love you guys, and I can't wait to spend one last weekend with you guys. For some of us, this will be our last time, and for some like Mark, it'll be the start. But, if you guys want to leave with anything on the way out, now would be the time. But, I just look forward to having another great weekend with you guys, and hopefully us playing as many games as we can together. And I appreciate everything you guys have done for the Sticks, and appreciate you guys coming on the Chase Brewster Show, and I appreciate you spending this weekend with us, and hopefully we'll go out and play well.
Would rather be on any other show.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's can't wait to finish this travel ball experience out. It's a special thing when you get a bunch of special ball players that have nothing to prove together and have some fun.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and let's go whoop some tail.
Some tail. Yeah.
I appreciate you guys, man. We'll see you guys. You see viewers on Thursday. Hopefully, by the time the next episode's out, we've already won a couple of games, and maybe CJ's hit a couple of doubles for us. And
I'm hitting bombs.
I'll be happy for a single.
Wait.
I'll be happy for a single.
His singles turn into triples real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
It's a good day, man. We love you guys. We appreciate everything. We appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully you learned something from it. And we appreciate all you guys being on the Chase Brewster Show.
He conducted himself like a knucklehead on a couple